Jai Ho! Jai Ho! Jai Ho! Slumdog Millionaire. What a freaking underrated gem. It's so awesome. And now, yeah, sure. Now you may think, wait a minute, Alex, why is it an underrated gem? It won Best Picture in 2008. Well, guys, to be honest, I felt like this movie got too much hate because people thought that The Dark Knight got robbed at the Oscars. Now, don't get me wrong, Dark Knight, that is certainly one of my top 10 favorite movies, of course. So don't worry wrong. And Dark Knight is still will always be a way superior movie. Don't get me wrong. But honestly, Slumdog Millionaire, it's not that bad. I mean, people just always compare it because they say, oh, it just sucks in comparison to Dark Knight, really. But honestly, I think it's an underrated gem. And honestly, I'm totally defending this movie against the worst user because my worst user, he literally called it the worst movie of 2008. I'm like, no, Space Chimps is the worst movie of 2008. Slumdog Millionaire is one of the best movies of 2008. For you, worst user, I am not respecting your opinion on Slumdog Millionaire because I am totally defending this movie, and here's my defense against this underrated gem. And honestly, I just love this is the one my favorite independent made movie, guys. Like independent film that's like a low budget, not unlike the big giant blockbusters, of course, that I usually love to love and all that. But honestly, this is my favorite art house movie of all time, to be honest. Now, admittedly, yeah, because I honestly am not a big fan of art house movies, really. I mean, some of them are like sort of just pretty great, but not rewatchable, like 4.5 star or 3 star movies. Like pretty good, but not rewatchable, really. To absolute shit and atrocious. For example, Parasite. Ugh. But honestly, Slumdog Millionaire is the complete opposite of shitty Parasite because Parasite has got to be the worst art house movie ever made, honestly. And Knives Out, of course. And but honestly, Slumdog Millionaire is the complete opposite of Parasite and Knives Out because honestly, it's such a great story about this redemption or at least this life that Jamal has gone through. Starting out on this absolutely dreadful basically poverty and all that in India, and you really feel that in India, of course, because it's one of the poorest countries in the world, of course. And man, it's just of him rising to the top of this. It's a great journey for him, of course, and it's told through flashbacks, which is really awesome. It's honestly reminds me of Man of Steel with all its flashbacks. And yeah, and just all and it takes place during the show and during the time when he got arrested because they thought you cheated and all that. But honestly, he got him right because he was literally explaining his whole life during the show. And man, you're like biting your nails and wanting to win all that thousands and millions of dollars. And just but if he loses, then he's broke, of course. So yeah, the stakes are extremely high in this movie. And yeah, just I love Jamal's girlfriend, the girl in the yellow dress, of course. Honestly, she's so freaking gorgeous, and just and yeah, just I really want them to be together at the end. And when they get together, you're like cheering. And of course, the final question when he wins, I was applauding so hard. It's like a big, huge surprise of relief, of course. And of course, Jamal's friend, the who basically went down a darker path and became too greedy and all that, and just while Jamal basically does the right thing and just be truthful and noble, of course. And it's a great message of what I love about the movie. Just be noble and truthful, of course, and just not be too greedy and selfish and all that, because that's what Jamal's friend went down. And that's when he ended up in the bathtub, and of course, the with all the money he stole, and basically he just wouldn't share with anyone else, and he locked himself in the bathroom, but then the other people basically he got shot in the bathtub, of course. Yeah. And but yeah, and of course that awesome song, Jai Ho. Jai-Ho! Oh, so awesome, yeah. I love also the scenery of the movie. It really feels like India. It's certainly one of those countries I would like to visit one day, of course. And yeah, what can I say? Slumdog Millionaire, what a freaking masterpiece. Yeah, sure, it's not as great as Dark Knight, but honestly, I will say this, it is absolutely one of the top 10 best movies from 2008. In fact, I'll say it's the fourth best movie of 2008, right under Iron Man, Kung Fu Panda, and of course, The Dark Knight. And yeah, it's such a masterpiece and certainly the greatest independent, low budget movie of all time. That's right, guys. And yeah, Slumdog Millionaire, you get 2 thumbs up. Thank you all for watching, and Poppy.